Shalawam family. First things first, I want to say, as I always do, Kal Yadah YAHAWAH 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 ACHAD. All praises, honor, and glory be to YAHAWAH ACHAD, forever and ever. It's YAHAWAH ACHAD forever, as we already know. I want to dive quickly into the topic, and the topic for today is Yasharal, or Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, lack respect. As we all know, we found out who we were a couple of years ago. Some of you all found out who you were some more than just a couple of years ago. Well, I have kind of been doing my own case study, or I would say just observing the people on both sides, New Testament and Old Testament, and I've come to see over the years, these past couple of years, that Yasharal lack respect for one another. And in recent times, these past couple of days, months, year, I don't really see a change in the respect that we all carry for one another, or the love that we show each other. We do not show love for one another. I don't think we value each other's life. I don't think we care about each other as we claim we do when we hop online. I think this message goes towards anybody who just make content, who say they're a teacher, moray, rabbi, you got your congregation, etc., etc. I feel as though, and what I have observed, is that our people lack respect for one another. They do not know how to get through contention with each other, problem solve. It is hard for our people to work together, and it is hard for our people to get along. And I think whether you call yourself, whatever you call yourself, because a lot of our people have given themselves this self-appointed titles and positions, there should be a fundamental respect level that we should have for each other and love. If you all claim that you're in the truth, and you all hold the Torah or have read it, then you all know that we are supposed to have respect, and you're supposed to use your manners. It doesn't matter how old or young that you are, the respect should be there, the love should be there, the compassion, the understanding. It is not. Now, something happened yesterday that really brought this up for me to make this video, but like I just said like 2 minutes ago, it wasn't just yesterday, it's just what I've been noticing since I joined the community. At first, it seemed a certain way, like most things, and then it's funny when me and my husband became Torah only. It's like Yahweh lift this veil and exposed us to everybody, like to everything that's going on. Even in the Torah and Tanakh community, everything is not all glitter and gold. And in the New Testament community, you all are very, very malicious. Like, you all are very if someone do not agree with you all, it's like you might as well grow little imaginary demon horns. That's how you all get in comment sections, lives, like that's just how y'all are. I'm sorry to tell y'all, that's how y'all are. Y'all act holier than thou too, but it's funny when as soon as someone disagree or try to correct you, like, you turn totally, like, you do a 180 in the opposite direction. But I don't want to ramble on too much. The main point of what I'm saying in this video is our people don't respect one another. They really don't. If you really sit down and think about it, and it don't really take all that, it's just quite obvious. It is what it is. We do not respect, love, or care or value life one another. We don't. And it's funny because in the Torah, it teaches us to do so, right? That's why, as you see on the screen, I'm in Leviticus 19. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's the title. And so I'm going to go through a couple of scriptures and then I'm going to be up out of here. And disclaimer, no, I do not claim to have it all figured out. No, I am not opposed to being corrected myself or self reflecting or repenting or taking back something I said if I'm wrong, right? I don't think I'm holier than thou. I don't think I'm above anybody. I'm just a sister here trying to learn, grow, and make it back home, serve my creator, and teach my children right. And be living in peace with my husband. Okay, like that's what I'm about. I like peace. I want peace in my life. I want peace for Yasharal, and I actually do want to see us rise because, not really because, it's just funny that people claim that it's Kwam Yasharala and we're community building, but yet you do not have the fundamental respect towards your people. You do not have this love for your heart, for your people. As soon as you all have a disagreement, now you hate each other, you beefing, doing diss records and all type of things. Like, where, how? But you say you in the truth. From what I can see, a lot of people do exactly what the people who's not in the truth do. They just spin it, put a little twist on it, in their own way, and they say YAHAWAH ACHAD at the end, or YAHAWAH BaHashem, Yabi BaHashem in the New Testament community. You all are not really changing. You're kind of like remixing things, but it's not like a full change. And this is just an observation. This is just what I've seen from the people that I have seen out online. You know, of course, it's not everybody. It will only be a remnant anyway. But for you all who claim that you are this 144,000 or that you the one third out of the two third, it's just funny. You all say these things about yourselves, but you all don't show that you love and respect your people. Because that's all I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about if you believe in JC, if it's false or not. None of that. I'm not there yet. I'm just talking about this should be known in our community that we should respect one another. You should respect your elders. You should respect your parents. Treat your parents right. Treat your family right. Treat your people right, etc., etc. Like, this should just be known. This should just be a standard, right? Just standard. I will, when I first come across you, I treat you with love, respect, care, compassion, and understanding. I do not approach you in a disrespecting way. Now, if it has to go another way, then it will, but my first approach to you will not be disrespectful. That should just be standard, but it isn't. But I just want to dive into Leviticus 19. I'm going to read 9 and 10 and keep going, basically. 9. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap your field right up to its edge, neither shall you gather the gleanings after your harvest. You shall not strip your vineyard bare, neither shall you gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You should leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am Yahweh your God. So let's stop here. These two scriptures teaches you not to be selfish, not to hold on to everything you have. If you have a lot, you should share, right? This is what these scriptures are essentially teaching you. Putting what you have to the side. If you have extra, right, there's extra. Put it to the side for the poor and for the sojourner, right? In our community, that should be standard regardless. Help the poor, help the needy. That is what we are actually supposed to do. If you claim you're in the truth and you love and care oh so much, then these are some of the things that you should do, right? It's helping the poor, helping the needy. If you have extra food, a lot of you all grow food. A lot of you all do make things at home, whether that be tassels, clothes, etc. So, like, you all should give things away to the needy, to the poor, people in need. You all should help people who are in the truth, who may not have as much money as you. Give them some tassels. Give them this 100% linen clothes. Give them these things. Instead of trying to act self righteous and like you're better, why don't you teach people how to sew? Teach people how to make tassels. Teach people how to cook. Teach people how to clean. Teach people how to, get into agriculture, water irrigation, electricity. Like, where are the classes? Give back to your, if you all really want to help and give back a community build for real, why can we not do some of these things? You all are very talented and skillful out there. Some of you all, but a lot of people are. A lot of our people are. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say like we're not. Like our people are skillful. A lot of skills have been lost though, and we know that. We have to get back to the ancient past. So why can't you all teach as well? But I don't want to get too sidetracked into that. So let's go to verse 11. 11. You shall not steal, you shall not deal falsely, you shall not lie to one another. This is a huge one. Our people, we should not be stealing from one another, whether that's in the physical or online, stealing people ideas, etc., etc. You should not be stealing from people. Whichever way that you can steal from somebody, you shouldn't. Especially if you know that you are YAHAWAH. You're supposed to be turning from heathen ways, turning from wicked ways. So you should not be stealing. You should not deal falsely. A lot of you all deal falsely. You ask for cash apps. You beg for things and ask for things knowing goodness well you really don't need it, or you're not using it to actually benefit people or help people. That is dealing falsely. You all need to stop doing that. Like that, stop dealing falsely with people. Stop dealing in deceit, lying, like lying about who you really are. A lot of you all lie and say you're priests, prophets, rabbis, this. Who appointed you? Who? If people start to fact check some of these people, or truly ask them, like, who made you a teacher? Who made you a rabbi? How? Why? Who? What? When? Where? Why? How? Like, how did you get to become over these people? Who put you there? Did Yahweh place you above the people? Or did Yahweh place you to be some type of leader to people? There's nothing wrong with coming together, but a lot of times in our community, a lot of people want to be seen and heard, and then they just want to be the king ultimately, right? Or the queen. Who did Yahweh set you up to be so? That would be my question, and I'm going to leave it there. 12. You shall not swear. Well, I'm going to skip over 12, but I'm going to come to 13. Because I'm just talking about respecting each other. But of course, it say, don't swear falsely by the name of Yahweh. But number 13. You shall not oppress your neighbor or rob him. The wages of a hired worker shall not remain with you all night until the morning. So, if you have been hired to do a job, you should be paid the same day. These scriptures in Leviticus 19 is teaching us how to respect one another, how to deal and act with each other in different scenarios and situations. Number 14, you shall not curse the deaf or put a stumbling block before the blind, but you shall fear your God. I am Yahweh. Of course, we should not be taken advantage, hurting, harming someone with a disability who's disabled, mentally challenged, etc. Like, come on, like you all shouldn't be heartless. Like you all know that. Don't do that. Like, do not be mess with people who are crippled and let's say disabled, physically or mentally disabled. Like, be kind, be loving, be compassionate. Number 15. You shall do no injustice in court. You shall not be partial to the poor or Defer to the great, but in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. Okay, so let me touch on this real quick with the neighbor. We all know in proper context, this is talking about Yasharal, and that's all who I'm talking about is Yasharal and or the people, I guess, who's cleaving Yasharal. All right, our people, we should be judging righteously. Period. That's just it. You're not supposed to be self-righteous, bearing false witness, putting people down, acting like you're better than them. That is improper. Let's keep going to 16. You shall not go around as a slanderer among your people, and you shall not stand up against the life of your neighbor. I am Yahweh. The gossiping, the rumors, the putting each other down, because I've seen a lot of times with New Testament, Old Testament people, Torah Tanakh people, you all beef literally with each other online. Y'all be saying all type of crazy stuff about each other that y'all don't even know to be true. Y'all just lying, and that's defamation of character. No, like that is, you're not supposed to be doing that. Learn how. Let me read 17 because it says this. You shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall reason frankly with your neighbor, lest you incur sin because of him. A lot of you incur sin because you have hate in your heart, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to accept it or not. A lot of you really don't value your people. You don't love them, you don't care about them like you claim. That's also dealing falsely as well, saying, oh, I love you, but there is no love. Claiming peace, but there is no peace, right? Some of you say that. And some of you all know where that comes from, what I just said about you say it's peace, but there is no peace. Okay? Acting like you coming in peace, but you're not. A lot of you are like that. Deceitful, liars, slanderers. When people do not agree, and when you get into a situation of conflict, learn how to reason, communicate, take deep breaths, talk things out first, reason first, respect first. If y'all have to agree to disagree, fine. If you gotta walk away, fine. If you gotta just not read the comment, fine. Do what it takes to not be out here incurring upon yourself sin. We are supposed to be setting an example. How can we have such pride in being Yasharal? We the chosen people. We above all the nations of the earth. This and this and this, this and this and this and this. But look how y'all act. Y'all still act like y'all under the curses, whether you know it's YAHAWAH card or not. A lot of you all, you claim you reading the Torah, you got the Torah in your hand, but you're still acting like you all up in folly. Not truly coming in a respectful, classy, elegant way. If you are the chosen people and you're supposed to be the light to the nations, act like it. Act like you priestly and holy. Why are you acting ghetto, ratchet, gutter? Aren't you supposed to be acting better than that? Especially if you hold the Torah in your hand? Come on, wake up, people. 18. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Yahawah. A lot of you all do try to take vengeance, and you cannot do that. The vengeance is Yahawah. Period. Period. As of now, there is not much we can do but live our lives, as best to do. Follow the law, statutes, commandments. Do the best that you can. Wait to get up out of captivity. Repent. Do what 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, right? That is what we're supposed to be doing, correct? Okay. But Proverbs 20:22 says, do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for Yahawah, and he will deliver you. Yahawah will deliver us. People will get their just due. You don't need to go around taking vengeance matters into your own hands. Let Yahawah do his thing. He already been doing it. Don't need your help, people. So I want to keep going to Psalms 133, I want to touch on this real quick about dwelling in unity. A lot we are missing in our community unity. We have to get back to the unity, to the love. And it might sound a lot of times when people talk about us getting into peace and unity and love and this and that, it turns a lot of people off. And I can only just assume it's because y'all just still within the curses of that. Because that should not turn you off. That shouldn't be displeasing to your ears. A lot of people reject in the truth, outside of the truth. Don't matter. New Testament, Old. A lot of people reject unity. But where do we come from? Did we not come from the land of peace? Like the whole thing was we supposed to be living in peace, serving our Creator. We should want peace within ourselves, our souls, and want peace for your people. Like, what is really wrong with y'all? Why would y'all not want peace? I understand that we have been living in terror and discomfort, and we haven't had no peace for a long time. But that should be more of the reason why you would want it, crave it, and want it for others. I wouldn't wish the things that our people have endured on anybody else. Like, do y'all know what our people have been through? Why would we not want peace? Why would we not want to come together as a people and truly come together in love? You know, you all need to make this make sense to me. And even for the enemies, right? Because I know I said what I just said. The enemies will have they just due. Yahawah will judge, and his judgments are righteous. There will be the day of Yahawah, and Yahawah will set everything back in its proper order. He'll put us back in where we're supposed to be, and he will set up the nations where they're supposed to be in the service that we're supposed to have. We will have them. Okay? Not in this way that a lot of y'all see. It's very wicked too. A lot of y'all want to do what the white man did to us. Like, y'all want to just reverse everything, you know? And yeah, I'm not going to get on off topic on that, but I've noticed that too. Some of you all ideology is basically just the same as the white people. I mean, it just is what it is. But all in all, that's really all I really had to say was that our people need to really get back to the respect, love, care, compassion, understanding with one another. Stop being disrespectful. Learn your manners. Stop mistreating people. That is not what this is about. This is about us learning our lesson in captivity and doing what Yahawah told us to do to go home. And this is why I keep feeling on the inside. That's why 2/3 of our people gonna go. And 1/3 gonna make it. Because when you look out in the world and you see what's going on, whether people know Yahawah or not, it's still a whole bunch of wickedness. And it will only be a small remnant of people who's gonna really make it out. I mean, if y'all think about when our people got up out of Egypt, how many people entered the land after they dwelled in the wilderness? We know what was done before will be done again. I'm not saying that that's the same number. Like, who knows that? I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, we have to take it to account and consideration of what we be doing and saying to our people, how we are really coming off. Like I said, I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I have to work on my character just like everybody else. We really need to start doing character building out here and truly turning away from the wickedness that lies within us. For real. Because that's the same thing that got us in this mess in the first place. Our people wanted to be wicked, not listening to Yahawah, literally saying, we will not do what thus says Yahawah says to do. Not listening to the prophets, assigning priests who ain't priests. Why? Because they wanted to do whatever they wanted to do. And we are the byproduct of their foolishness, of their folly, of their disobedience. So our people really need to wake up and turn away from the wickedness. Turn from the heathen ways. Stop worrying about what's going on in America and worry about what you need to do to leave America, because we know Babylon will fall. Okay? All right. Now, I did want to touch on this real quick as well about being self-righteous, because a lot of us, hold on. Okay, so I found it. Ecclesiastes 7. Right, for you self-righteous people out here, listen to this. 15. In my vain life, I have seen everything. There is a righteous man who perishes in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man who prolongs his life in his evil doing. Be not overly righteous, and do not make yourselves too wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Be not utterly wicked, overly wicked, Salakia. Neither be a fool. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you should take hold of this, and from that withhold not your hand. For the ones who fears YAHAWAH, who fear God, shall come out from both of them. Wisdom gives strength to the wise man, more than 10 rulers who are in a city. So, and I just realized I did not read Psalms 1 through 3. I will go back about the unity. So, about being self-righteous or a fool, we have to balance this. We have to balance it out on not being overly righteous, but not being foolish. And so, once again, we need to balance feeling like we're so righteous or so above people. You are not. Nobody is too big to be corrected or old. 'Cause a lot of you elders are, y'all feel like because you're old, like, I don't know, it somehow stopped you from being wrong. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into the elders like that, but yeah, it's like everybody. Honestly, it's not just the elders. Everybody, it's like they get to this point and they feel like they're so wise and nobody can tell them nothing, and Yahweh's just dealing with them and nothing can go wrong, and oh, I'm not wrong, and no, that's not true. You never stop learning. You're never too old to be corrected or too big. No matter what, whether if you have a little or a lot in life, you have a lot going on and you don't have much going on. Like at the end of the day, everybody should be respecting one another and approaching each other with respect. And also, you can be corrected, but there is a way to correct someone. Coming off disrespectful isn't the way you go about the way you go about correcting somebody. Okay, this is why I keep saying people need to relearn their manners, because just because you became a grown adult does not mean you can go around saying and doing whatever you want in the name of being grown. That's not how things work, especially if you know you are Yasharal, whoever you are. That's just facts. So, back to the unity, we all need to become unified and start to really do community work. The small things we can do, of course, everything starts in your home, everything starts with self. Correct yourself before you try to come out here talking down, talking crazy, popping off at the mouth. Make sure your house is in order. Make sure yourself is in order. Then come judge and say what you need to say righteously to someone else. But you better make sure that you got it. You got your stuff together. Because you don't want nobody to hold the mirror up to you and you have work to do. For those of you all out there who are very self-righteous, thinking you're holier than thou, and you got it all figured out. Because this captivity isn't about you all trying to do what we were supposed to be doing in the land in captivity. Now it's about you changing your ways, turning to Yahweh and Him alone, repenting, calling out to Him to save you up out of here so you can leave. This is a place for you to learn your lesson and leave. That's it. Just like school. You go to school, you learn what you need to learn, you go home. Here, captivity, you get your butt whooping. That's essentially what it is, a spiritual butt whooping. Okay, you learn your lesson. All right, I won't do it no more. Okay, I learned my lesson. Go home. But you go home changed. You don't go home the same. The bad apples who spoiling the whole bunch are going to get left behind. Okay. Psalms 133, When Brothers Dwell in Unity. A song of accents of David. Behold, how good and pleasant is it when brothers dwell in unity. It is like the precious oil on the head, running down on the beard of Aaron, running down on the collar of his robes. It is like the dew of Hermon, which falls on the mountain of Zion. From there, Yahweh has commanded the blessing, life forever. How beautiful is that? Why would we not want to dwell in unity, in unison? Stop the fighting and the bickering amongst one another. So, now I want to turn my attention to the sisters out here. A lot of you sisters have been online commenting, running your mouth, doing this and doing that, being disrespectful, and you all don't understand that you are in the curse of haughtiness, something in which we know we are supposed to be breaking as the daughters of Zion, because that is the curse that has been placed upon us. Right? Not necessarily placed upon us, because it says right here in Isaiah 3:16, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with outstretched necks, glancing wantonly with their eyes, menacing along as they go, tinkling with their feet. It goes on and on and on. So I would take that back. It's not necessarily a curse. This is how the daughters of Zion were. They got full of themselves. No, that is not how we're supposed to be. As women, you're supposed to be comely, lovely, and delicate. We know this from Jeremiah 62. This is an example, right? It says, the lovely and delicately bred I will destroy the daughter of Zion. By this scripture saying this, right? By it's saying this in the scripture. So like, yeah, we know that the daughters of Zion are supposed to be lovely and delicate. And I want to look up, what does that mean? What does that mean? Lovely, exquisitely beautiful. Comely, pleasant to look at, attractive, typically used of a woman. Delicate, very fine in texture or structure, of intricate workmanship or quality. Delicate. So we're supposed to be soft, loving, compassionate, attractive, inside and out. So when you sisters come online trying to step to men, being disrespectful, trying to correct them in the comments or lies, however, that's not being the true daughter as I am. There is a way that you, as a woman, step on the scene and say what you need to say. Being disrespectful is not going to get you heard at all. Especially when you approach a man, because if the man disrespects you back, then all hell's going to break loose. Now you're gonna go get your husband and all this, when really you probably shouldn't have came at that man like that in the first place. Or the sister. Now you gotta go back and forth with the sister in the comments or the live or whatever, or on the phone or text messages, you know, because the way that you're going about correction, it's okay for us to correct one another. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay, for us to really teach. If someone have a misunderstanding, you teach them the correct understanding. Nothing's wrong with that. It is how you all are choosing to do it. It's in a disrespectful way. Learn how to properly communicate to people. Talk to them right. You will want somebody to do that to you. Treat others how you want to be treated. Stop being a hypocrite for once. Now let's look up Hoti. Our sisters, believe it or not, whether you in the truth or not, y'all sisters have a problem with being Hoti. It's just what it is. All of us, including myself, we all, as women who are daughters of Zion, have to work on going back into the state we once were. It just is what it is. Just like the men, they have to learn how to be righteous men. We need to learn how to be soft, comely, lovely, delicate women again. Not hard and cold hearted, insensitive, improper. We cannot be like that no longer. It's not attractive and it's not beautiful. I don't care how y'all women, how good y'all think y'all look. It don't matter. As soon as somebody gets to know you, you're going to become ugly to them because of your personality. A lot of y'all women think because y'all look good, that's going to get you somewhere. It don't get you nowhere in the world, but in some vain, folly, wicked foolishness, you stepping in the truth, them brothers gon' you gonna get divorced. I'm just gonna say that. You gonna get kicked to the curb with all that haughtiness. It don't matter if you a 10, it don't matter. It just don't. You can have all the beautiful clothes and jewelry and put your makeup on right, even though you ain't supposed to be wearing it. But whatever. You can do all the stuff you want to do, but as soon as you open your mouth, you become unattractive. Y'all need to get it together. It ain't gonna work. That's why you need to go back to your original state, which is being, once again, lovely, delicate, comely. So, haughty, it means to be arrogantly superior or disdainful. Let's look up disdainful. Showing contempt or lack of respect. With the last disdainful look, she turned toward the door. Okay, I mean, this is how a lot of you sisters are. You just need to change. My personality is more of an optimistic thing. I even tell my children this. Basically almost everything is fixable, right? Like if you have a character flaw, you can fix it. It's okay. You may not have started out as the best person, doing the right things, but you can change. That's the thing. We have a choice to change. It is actually not hard to change. It just be people in their own mind that makes this harder than what it really has to be. It is not that hard to change and to fix what is wrong with us. It's not. Our community, it needs to change. We need to love, respect, and value each other in the life we have. A lot of our people are cold-hearted, insensitive, put each other down, scoffing and scorning as soon as someone disagree. I mean, I don't know how you all think we're gonna get anywhere as a people. You all cannot say you're a teacher and this and that and all this, but you don't even know how to have a basic conversation with your people, like or in a loving, caring way. Or when it do come time to correct, you all sassy and popping off at the mouth. Like, why? You don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life. So why don't you just help them instead of judge them and put them down? Just like when y'all go through things. It's a lot. I'm starting to talk too fast. When y'all go through things in y'all life, in different situations or circumstances, you want someone to be there for you, hold you, be reasonable, understanding. So why can't you do that for other people? It's a two-way street. It's an exchange. All of this is an exchange. I give a little, you give a little. You come respectful, I come respectful. So you all keep that in mind and don't forget that. I just feel like a lot of people are focusing on the wrong things, and also too that a lot of you all are going about the right things in the wrong way, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to correcting and you all just, it's like, yeah, that's good, you're correcting, but the way you're going about it is just, it's just not the way to do it. Don't be overly righteous and full of yourselves, people. It was some points that I have missed and I forgot about. I'll come back another time. I actually recorded this video like 3 times because I actually recorded it one time and it was on mute the whole time. So yeah. So I know I'm probably missed certain points, but hopefully what I said makes sense. Once again, I will come back, starting to do more videos, and I will come back again on this topic with more scriptures and deeper dives and breakdowns on certain things, on points I missed. But Shalawam, everyone. Have a blessed day. Stay prayed up. Stay trusting in Yahawah. Be encouraged. Being strengthened. Uh, Definitely with these times to come. Just stay focused. Do not deviate to the left or the right, family. And may Yahawah be with you all. Shalawam.